Hello everyone, welcome again back to my channel for another video. This time around we'll be looking at some footage that a dear friend of mine sent me over. We're talking about Low Factor rocking his Bourrasque, bat-chatilion Bourrasque. He seems to have been matched up in a fairly decent matchup with just 3 tier 9s, a bunch of tier 8s and a few tier 7s. He's on Fisherman's Bay, and he's running a pretty sweaty build. Improved IRM, bounty IRM, bounty stabilizer, bounty optics, coffee and cinnamon bun or whatever that is. And yeah, he's really squeezing this tank for all it's got. And this is a good tank to do that because it already has some amazing values when it comes to view range and camouflage, mobility. I think his base, the base view range, sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like 390 or 380. So he is able, with the sweaty build, he's able to get up to 500 view range or something like that. You can also see that on the blue circle, dark blue circle on the map. That's his view range, whereas the whiter circle is the maximum spotting range. So he's not gonna have any problems spotting any of the enemy team members unless they're like an ELC of a 90, which is not the case for this map. Alas, let's get stuck into the game. It looks like he decided to go over to the west side of the map and play from the little bushes position, I think. Yep. I don't think it's him that's spotting that Skoda T50, but this is a very good position to spot the enemy tanks from. He does have a small team of 3 heavy tanks going. What they look like to be going into the city. He's got a bunch of tanks behind him over here that can snipe at the enemy tanks that get spotted over there. Unfortunately, it looks like there's only a leopard on the middle of the map, so that might be problematic. The Caro 88 is probably gonna help him. Sorry if I missed that shot for you. It looks like the first shot into these tracks caused a critical hit, and the second one was a damaging shot. He does spot some tanks over there, actually. As you can see, he did get 800 spotting assistance damage. And while he's reloading, we can just see that our EPR is being fairly aggressive, moving up on towards the map there. I think he did put a shot into the comet on the middle of the map. And the other one, oh no, actually he didn't, because he still has 400 damage, so it was just some assistance damage. But yeah, T44 is being a little bit aggressive over there, but manages to dodge the shot from the Hellcat. We see Low Factor chasing up that Lynx, manages to put a beautifully led shot into him. This is not the most accurate tank, the Bourrasque, but you know, when we have such a sweaty build on it, it definitely helps, especially with his mid-range shots. So this is a good time for him to move up. You can also see 2 of his heavy tanks, like the Progetto 66 and the Caro 88, moving up. So this is he takes advantage of that. Spots a few more tanks on this line here. Doesn't manage to sneak a shot into them yet. It's still pretty even, but his team does have better positioning at this point. His friends in the city seem to be doing a good job of holding the enemy team there. There's just 2 tanks left over there, so they definitely have to be defensive on that front. Progetto is asking for help. He really wants to push this flank and take it by force. Spots the star of WT, gets 200 systems damage, but doesn't manage to put one in, unfortunately. Guard also moving up. Ends up losing the EBR on their team. And this match is looking looking like it's coming closer and closer as guys are pushing here. But Low Factor is able to put one in, misses the other shot, the Leopard, against the Leopard. And at this point, there are 4 tanks over here grouping up. They can probably push and apply more pressure on this flank at this stage in time. Notices the A phase 1 on the middle. Tries to close in on him using the lay of the land, so to speak, over here. As you can see, the Bourrasque is a very low tank. You can easily make use of little hills and molehills and just use the tank's mobility and camouflage with the bushes. Let's see if he can catch the leopard. Beautiful shot there. Unfortunately misses the Tiger 1. I think at this point all of his clips, out of all of his clips, he only managed to land 1 of the 2 shots. But he's still up on 1,400 assistance and 1,200 damage. Let's see if he can spot anything. Look at how good usage of the bushes here, but unfortunately I think Abe is going to manage to spot him. Actually no, maybe it was the SU-152. Yeah, it's probably the SU-152, which he manages to take out with a beautiful semi-snapshot over there. And just notice how quickly he spotted the artillery when he approached the bush, and the SU-152. Those guys just had no chance of hiding from this bad boy. Look at it. Beautiful tank. Such a beautiful tank. So yeah, he's trying to get some shots in the side of those tanks. I mean, ideally you would want to have some cover going into the middle of the field like this, but I think he's pretty confident with his team covering and the fact that most of the enemy team is on the other side of the map. Somebody misses him there. I think it was the Tiger 2 or the Comet, which missed again over there. Let's see if he can manage to put a long range shot into the Comet over there. 1 and we don't know. That probably went in. We'll have to see in the post-game stats. Up on 2,300 almost damage done. As you can see, the Bourrasque specialty is definitely the burst capability, right? The 1-2 shots that you can fire with it. But that's not the highlight over here. The highlight here is patience, exceptionally good positioning, and good use of the map, because you can't really do what Lull Factor here is doing on any map. This is a very open map. He can easily run around and control bigger chunks of it than with other maps when you have a lot of buildings, or that they're smaller, and heavy tanks are more advantage because they have less ground to cover. But something like a Fisherman's Bay is a much better map for something like a Bourrasque, which is nimble, fast, and with good camera weight and exceptional view range. It really manages to pull out really good stats out of this tank. Does get to look at the A phase 1, but I don't think he has a shot. The A phase 1 is using the ridge line over there very well, and his teammate managed to take out the Leopard PTA. He does have another Leopard PTA on his team, but it looks like they won't be capping anytime soon with just the ISU-122S on that side of the map, holding down that flank. So right now he's just it's a very good usage of the map again. I have to stress holding this mound here and having visibility on almost all the map is crucial. Information is one of the most important things you can have in this game. So I think this is the right call over here. He pulls back and tries to go a long way on the A line, correctly identifying that the only thing holding the enemy team back is the UDES over there, as those guys from the middle are very open to shots if they get spotted. So he's making a push here, probably gonna use the bushes at the edge of the map. Tries to see if he can make a shot into that Tiger 2. Beautiful shot. Probably wouldn't have gone in without the gold shot, the gold round. But hey, that is what it is, right? Okay, so we're up 2,600 damage. So this is already a very good game for the Bourrasque. Over 4.5k combined. Unfortunately, it looks like he went too deep in that bush over there, and he does get spotted. you may want to approach this type of situation like with lower speed and inch by inch by inch until you spot them first, because you probably have a better tank, right? The leopard hopefully comes in, the other leopard that I was talking about earlier, comes in, sweeps, and takes out the Tiger 2 that was there, and distracts the Karo 88 and allows the Lull Factor here to put 2 shots into its side, while the leopard also put another one into him in the meantime. So yeah, this is already looking like a sealed deal for Lull Factor's team. But you can never be too sure. They do have the enemy team does have 2 tier 9 heavy tanks, which are very good. The A phase 1, the reward, it's a reward vehicle, and the ML2, if I'm not mistaken, which is also a very fearsome tank. You don't want to make too many mistakes when facing those tanks, as they will punish you. He does, it looks like, look at this beautiful split thing. You have 2 guys on the right, 2 guys on the left, and he's in the middle. They're just controlling the map so well. They're not rushing in one by one. It's also very important, you know, to have teammates that can help you and that can do make the right decisions, right? Because if they would go in one by one, they would probably just end up losing it, right? But the tank destroyers are sweeping that side of the map. These guys are playing kind of bundled up together here in the city, approaching the enemy team from multiple angles. This is really the kind of stuff that wins you games and that you hope to see in your day-to-day games, right? Good stuff. He manages to put one in the A phase 1 as he comes down from the middle over here. The tank destroyers are also, you can also see them closing in from the west side of the map, and slowly but surely they're coming into a pincer maneuver against the 3 remaining tanks. Not much the enemy team can do here, unless of course they get lucky or they miss their shot. Lull Factors to miss their shots. But actually the opposite happens, and he manages to actually set the Emil on fire. Didn't really need to fire the second shot, I guess, but always secure that kill. The A phase 1 also gets set on fire. These guys were just not meant to win this one, right? And we can see Lull Factor being very sneaky here, waiting for the A phase 1 to completely ignore him, go past the corner, and secure the kill. And his Leopard PTA manages to take out the last remaining tank, the Star WT. Sorry for ruining that. Probably it's pronounced some other way. And yeah, it looks like he's done 4,600 damage with 2,000 assistance damage. Let's see if he managed to secure any blind shots. Probably, I think he managed to put one in in the Comet. Let's see if he managed to do that in the battle results screen. Whoa, okay, so it looks like it did do in the end. He got a mastery badge, an ace tanker for it. Free medals. He got Oskin's medal for destroying 3 enemy tanks or tank destroyers in a medium tank in 1 battle. The top gun for securing 6 kills, and the high caliber for most damage done in the team. Beautiful result. Well done to you, sir. Also grabbing 30 bonds for probably completing a mission or just being awesome. Really good game. He finished top on experience with 1,728, 7 kills, and a whopping 5,082 damage. 22 shots fired, 18 hits, and 15 penetrations. That's why you need those gold rounds, baby. Manages to, although even firing gold, he does manage to secure a profit of 222,000. He was probably running, if I know Lull Factor, he was probably running grade boosters. Which we can, personal result bonus. There it is. Yeah, he got a little bit from that. But still a great result. 2,127 spotting, racks up to over 7,000 combined. Really good result in the bat-chatilion Bourrasque. Yeah, doesn't look like the enemy team stood much of a chance. But yeah, that was a really good game. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, or at least some parts of it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again. Have a great Great rest of the day. Cheers.